There's 3 things you got to do. They're really simple things. They're really hard to do together. So first, we'll go ahead and let's load that magazine. I want you to get in a little habit. Here, I'm going to do it with you. I want you to get into a little habit of anytime the gun is empty, let's get in the habit of having the gun in front of our face. So let's say we look forward, and I want you to be able to see that target, not the gun. Hold the magazine like I showed you. And go ahead and put it right in. That's right, hit it. Now, there's 2 rules of thought over here. I'm going to do what I've always learned, and just put your hand over, push and pull. That's it. Match your finish. So I'm going to take a look at your grip really just for a second. You're doing great. Try not to cross those thumbs.
Okay.
There you go. So your thumbs are...
Have them rest on top of each other?
Yeah, think of them as meaningless.
Okay.
Right? You're not really getting grip with your thumb. You're getting grip with these palms. The first thing I want you to learn to do is, and I'm going to do something for you. So, the first thing I want you to get is, I want you to squeeze the fuck out of that gun. I want you to squeeze it right until the sights start wobbling. And if they start to wobble, back off a little bit. That's how we know. At the end of, say, 60 rounds, your hands should be tired.
Okay.
So how hard you grip that gun is the only thing that keeps that gun from recoiling. Okay. We're going to do one other little thing. So I want you to kind of have a relaxed grip. And as you go out, I want you to note the position of my left hand. I'm going to come around you. So look at it here. See how it's canted at an angle down so that my wrist is straight?
Yeah.
This hand. That's putting that angle driving the gun down. So that in recoil, it's not like this, which pops my wrist. It's like this, locks the gun nice and down. Can I see that? There you go. So go ahead and can it down. Just literally, like drive the gun down with this hand and try to keep your sights on target while you do that. Great. So that's great. That's exactly the way I want you to grip the gun. It's just that easy. So go ahead and holster your weapon. Holster the gun.
With it loaded.
Yeah. There you go. No, that's great. So one of the great things about these styles of holsters is, see how it completely encases the trigger?
Yeah.
There's no way I can touch the trigger. Okay. Right? It's impossible to make the gun go off because it completely. I can push on it. I can do whatever I want. Yeah. I can't pull the trigger. Gun's not going to go off. I've shown all some of these. So this is not a cheap gun. This is what do these run?
$1,400.
So not a cheap gun. I drive some folks like, and I have some guns that are much more expensive than that. And I drive folks like Robert crazy because one thing I love to do is pick up and dull it as hard as I can. It proves a couple things. One, that hammer's not going to fall unless you make it fall. The gun's not going to go off unless you make it go off. There's no such thing as an accidental discharge. There's only a negligent discharge. It's always your fault. And the other is that it's just a tool. It doesn't matter how shiny and pretty it is.
Can we get some bang bang here? We're heading up to 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, demanding.
Yeah.
Well, we're just, it's all very cool.
My price is going up really fast.
All right, go ahead.
So one is that grip. 2 is the sight picture. It's really what it sounds like. Did he give you the basics of how to aim?
Yeah, he said put the circle on top of the
rear sight. Front sight. There's a line here. The target sits right there. Right above it.
Wait, was that what Jesus was doing in the temple when he was scratching on the ground?
Yes.
Showing a sight picture?
I was there.
Okay.
So it's really that simple. And then finally is the trigger squeeze, and that's the hardest one. It's the hardest thing to master. And the goal is to pull back, and I don't care how fast you do it. I really don't care, as long as the sights don't move. The goal is to pull back straight on the trigger so that the sights do not move. Moving the trigger in a way that the sights do not move, and squeezing the gun hard enough that the recoil that's managed to get back on track as fast as possible are the 2 things you really need to worry about. Okay. But that's all at the same time, and that's 1,000 feet per second. It's a little fast. So let's go ahead and do a little 4-pot draw. You're going to do this, hopefully, from now on every time you draw the gun. Watch it first. So watch it first. I'm going to stand here nice and happy. I'm going to reach down. Now, I like to lean over to my right. You don't have to. I don't care what direction you step, but I want you to step in a direction.
Okay.
I don't even care if it's mostly back. I just want you to step in a direction. So I'm going to put my hand on my gun. The most important part of all of this is getting your hand on your gun. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't care where I'm going to move from, is get my hand on my gun as fast as I can. I'm not going to worry about having a perfect grip. I'm not going to worry about anything. Hands on the gun. Hands on the gun. 1. Draw the gun up. 2. Don't be in front of the muzzle, Robert. 2. Now, I like to pick it up way up here. A lot of guys don't. They like to pick it up right here. I like to pick it up way up here so that I'm able to shoot someone who's standing right in front of me, and I don't have to aim. So there's 2. 3 is that match. 4 is that push out, and I'm right down my sights. So all together, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So starting at 2, I can shoot anywhere in there. If someone's on me, I can shoot anywhere in there.
Except you don't want your finger on the trigger
until my sights are on the target, right?
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to put a gun in my hand. If you're right here against me, can I get my gun in front of me?
No.
Right. So it's got to come to here. Are my sights on the target? Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Same way, by the way, if I was just slightly farther away. I can't press my gun all the way. If my gun was right here, are the sights on the target?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There's a really solid 4 parts to that drill. All right, so we're going to take this by the numbers, take it nice and slow. There's no reason to go fast. Step 1, grab your gun. That's right. Step 2, pull it out and in front of you. Pull hard. There you go. Try not to point it at me next time. There you go. 3, match your grip. Put it right in the center of you. Dead center. There you go. Right in the middle of you. And push forward. Are you looking down the sights?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, put your gun in its holster. Do that again. Look at the target. All right, that was good. Do the whole thing again, and I want you to look at that piece of steel the whole time.
Oh, the steel?
Yes. Hands in front of you to start. Yay! Okay. Good start. Good start. Now, when you grab it, we're going to refine this slightly. When you grab it, I want you to get your hand as high on it as you can.
Okay.
So, there's a real world. It's just physics, right? So the higher, it's called bore axis, the higher my hand is comparative to where the middle of where the bullet comes out is, the less recoil there would be, right? If it was way down here, you're going to snap a lot.
Okay.
If it's way up here, wouldn't snap at all, but I can't operate the gun like that. So I'm going to get as high as I can. Okay. One more time.
But again, it's a free hand onto her chest. She seems to, you know.
Yeah, so this really depends on a lot of people. I like to do that. I like to put my hand right here, and I'm actually in the habit of actually doing this. So I like to create a little distance.
Okay.
That's me. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Bring your hand to the center, because that's where your hand's going to go. Does make a lot of sense.
Okay.
So, 1.
So, 1, 2.
There you go. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Right? You remember that? Anybody ever told you that before?
No.
All right. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Whenever you rush, you're going to make 1,000 tiny mistakes. When you slow down, you take it calm. None of this should be exciting. So, when people say they get the adrenaline rolling, I'm like, well, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Let's relax. Let's calm down. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. All those little mistakes that you're going to make when you're going fast, they add up to time.
Yeah.
Slow down. Take it easy.
Is anyone going to shoot a gun at any point here?
When we're ready to. Ma'am? Good. Okay. So we're up here, right? We're right there. Stay there. You're good. You're doing great. Now all I want you to do is put your finger on the trigger, and I want you to squeeze the gun and aim right at the center in that big floppy plate, and I want you to squeeze the gun until it goes off. Good. Do it again. I want you to push this lever down with your thumb.
This
I don't
lever?
care. Yep. I don't care which thumb. All the way
Hold it
down.
down?
Yeah, all the way down. There you go. Don't put your finger on the trigger right now.
Sorry.
Go ahead and holster the gun. That was great. 2 shots, basically on target. Your whole body tense.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Like a little wobble.
That's right. There you go. Your shoulders are really tense. Like I can see you. You do a problem that I get sometimes when I move really fast. I see myself doing this, right?
Oh, hunching over.
Yeah, hunching over. My
You want to
head goes
stay
down.
strong and-
Right, I'm looking down the top of my glasses. When you're standing there right now, you've got good posture. Your head's upright. It's a natural way to be, right?
Just
Stay that natural way to be. Really, when you draw, you want it to look like that, right? And you just. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
By the way, this gun almost never locks back.
That's your 6-hour Legion, right?
Yeah.
That's not mine.
After it has already been to the SIG once.
Okay. Thanks. That 6-hour appreciates that plug.
Yeah.
Not.
So I shouldn't bend my knees at all, like Robert's.
So,
teaching
love
me
you to
that?
bend your knees. We're going to be bending our knees in a second. Because you're
Don't
walking
bend over,
anyway.
just stay
Yeah,
tall.
just relax.
Yeah, okay.
So that's basically saying that my previous instruction was
So
Misguided.
Robert's instruction is great for the beginner shooter that is scared about recoil, right? Because it puts all this mass in front of you. But there's no way you're going to walk like that. Because you really wanted to learn to move and shoot.
Yeah.
Within the next 5 minutes, we're going to be moving and shooting. So I'd like you to just be relaxed and natural. So, give me a couple rounds in there. And by the way, you'll never hear me to tell you to shoot faster.
Okay.
I'll tell you to shoot slower, but not faster.
Alright.
You can only miss too fast. Have at it. I want 2 shots this time. Low. Good. Now, decock the weapon. There you go. Holster the weapon. All right.
Can we have a quick summary here? So we're going to cut this video up here.
Sure. So far we've learned some simple basics about safety. We've learned a 4-part draw, right? We've learned the 3 important things you have to do. Control your grip, put the sights on target, squeeze the trigger, and we shot a couple times, holstering and reholstering our weapon safely.
Mm-hmm.
You comfortable? Can we move on?
Yeah.
All right.
Feel good. Thanks.
Good.